Taurus, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-October 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could test the energy out, dip our toes in it, and see what's going on for the lovely Taurus collective. I hope you're all doing well, my friends. As you can see, I'm still in the season spirit and will be all month. So let's see what's going on here. Yeah, we're just going to look at this first card super quick, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always very interesting. But let's get it going here. What do we got for Taurus, please? My gods and spirit team. I've been having a blast wearing these costumes, so I hope you're enjoying them. So we do have this guardian angel type of figure, and I saw that for some of the readings that went out yesterday for the fire and air signs. This is an interesting card, and it can mean a whole bunch of different things. So we'll start peeling back the layers on that. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the ending, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it, my friends. But let's get into the reading here. This card, enough of the promo. You see this angel, it's kind of hard to tell that this is a guardian angel of sorts. He has the Vitruvian man tattooed on his head, purple wings that kind of blend into the background, but look at it looking at that baby, looking at that creation. So to me, this could mean a few different things. It could represent spiritual protection, somebody watching over you. That could absolutely be it. So know that you might have ancestors, guides, spirit team watching over you with a card like this. But another vibe we get here is focus and creation. What are you making? What are you creating? Are you creating your future? Or what are you focusing your energy on? Are you putting your energy towards worthwhile pursuits? Are you wasting your focus? These are all things that we should be questioning with this card. So let's put that down. We're going to get into tarot now. I'm going to get you 3 in the upright, then we'll get the intuitive, juicy stuff. And as I always say with that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote for us. So let's get this going. Let's shuffle it up for my lovely Taurus collective here in mid-October. Let's see what's going on. So last week's reading was titled An Important Warning. And I will say this, for like the past 3 or 4 weeks, it seems like we've had a bunch of challenging readings with some challenging energies. So hopefully you haven't been going through too much. I know I've been seeing like some pain and heartbreak and all the different swordsy type of energy. So we're going to hope for some positivity this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. Nothing's ever set in stone. Only take this how it hits for you, of course. Okay? Because this could be other people you're connected to. Let's get these first 3 out here. What we got for Taurus? Thank you. All right, yeah, the 9 of Wands, very protective way to start this reading. Okay, very, very protective, standoffish possibly. I don't want to say combative. Let's get 2 more. Okay, yeah, you might really have your guard up. All right, we have the 4 of Cups. This is a very headspace type of energy. You might be caught in the mind. You might be daydreaming a little more than usual as well. Let's get 1 more out here. Interesting stuff. We're absolutely going to have to really, break each one down because we could be looking at different portions of life here. We have the 4 of Wands, the good old 11-11 card, very spiritual, loving. All right, we have repeating 4s here as well, so that's something you might want to take note of. Spirit might be trying to send you messages through synchronicities, number signs, you know that. But let's go through real quick. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get those juicy intuitive messages. So I first want to point out that we have 2 Wands cards. Those are very fiery, and that does speak about the passion, the desire, the burn within you. Sometimes it could be confrontational, volatile, and sometimes explosive. It depends on the clarifiers. But position number 1, we have the 9 of Wands. The Wounded Warrior card, somebody that's been through a whole bunch of mess and they don't want to go through it again. This is somebody that could be extremely territorial, extremely protective, whether that's over another individual, whether that's your own happiness, right? In its worst case scenario, it could be someone that's a little bit possessive or even jealous. But when I see this card, I just think of somebody who's on guard, on watch. And in regards to communication, this could easily represent like somebody who is shutting down communication, not wanting to speak about something. Now, moving to the center, we do have the 4 of Cups. Now, Double fours showing up. We got number signs here, my friends. But the Four of Cups, it's a very headspace type of energy. The thoughts, you might be caught in your mind. You might be thinking about things. Somebody could have you on the mind when a card like this shows up. Just a lot of daydreaming, a lot of thought, a lot of thinking. So these are very much headspace types of energy, and it could be somebody lost in that realm that isn't taking much action or making much movement. Now, the clarifiers are going to be super important here, okay? Especially with the Nine of Wands and the Four of Cups. Like, these are very, I don't want to say standoffish, but all of these cards are firm and immovable in their own type of way. Now, moving to the back end, we got the Four of Wands, the 11-11 card. So I could say we have repeating fours, we have repeating ones. Spirit might be trying to speak to you through various different means, whether it's signs, synchronicities, numbers, dreams even, okay? This could represent some kind of omen. Now, when I get the Four of Wands, I do think of celebrations, happiness. This could speak about the household and family. It's very sturdy, very stable, things that aren't going to move out of your life in a fleeting manner. But when I see this Four of Wands, watch out for the omens and signs, okay? That's going to be a super important card for us to clarify, because it is a very positive one. It's one of the most positive ones in the whole entire deck. But with all that being said, let's dive deeper on all of it, Taurus. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for the Taurus collective, please, and thank you. What's going on with the Taurus? And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's start in on this Nine of Wands. And as always, if you're a tarot reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why this box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Taurus, you could drop it down in the comments. I don't mind. All right, Nine of Wands time. What's up with that? Why is this Nine of Wands here? Feels like we could be making some sort of like shift here. And I feel like this is very good. Yeah, hopefully this isn't somebody like you're having difficulties with. And I do feel like this is an energy of self-reliance. We have the Queen of Pentacles in the upright underneath this Nine of Wands. There could be something you are standing extremely firm on, okay? Whether it's a decision you've made, whether it's a choice you've made, whether it's a change you've made. Like, this to me is somebody sticking their foot in the ground saying, no, my mind is made up. This is what it is. That's it. End of story, okay? So in the coming days and weeks, you might have to make a choice or a decision that you're going to stand very much firm on. Now, for a portion of you, you might be having issues with another earth sign, okay? Somebody who's being very standoffish. You might be having issues with a mother figure as well. But to me, if this isn't you standing firm, Spirit might be asking you to do so. Like, listen, stand your ground. Don't be bulldozed over. Don't change this. You stand your ground and don't give up type of energy. So do with that what you will. We're going to keep moving over. And for some of you, you might just be in a protective mode as well. With the Nine of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, like that is usually an energy of happiness and blessings when I see her. Specifically in a Taurus reading, it doesn't matter if you're male, female, or anything in between. You need to stand firm, okay? Watch out for your own happiness and well-being. So we're going to move in on that Four of Cups. Really want to get in on that Four of Wands, though. So why is that Four of Cups here? We'll see what this thought process could be about. Tower, yeah. A lot of you could experience some sort of like shocking revelation within your mind or have a big eureka moment. This doesn't necessarily feel like a bad tower to me. So we have the Tower in the upright underneath the Four of Cups. A lot of you could just have that aha moment where everything makes sense. Dots connect, things are revealed, that shocking eureka moment, okay? Where just suddenly all the interconnecting webs and threads just make a lot of sense. Like, that's how this is feeling to me. So if you're on some sort of knowledge quest, if there's something you're trying to figure out, if whether it's an individual's motives, whether it's something spiritual, however it fits your life, this is a crazy eureka moment, a shocking revelation where things just make sense to you. And a lot of it could be because of your own thought power. Now, for some of you, this could be someone you're connected to that has this moment where they have this shocking realization or shocking revelation. That's just how this feels. Because when we have a tower, it's anything that shakes up the foundation, okay? So it's interesting that we have somebody needing to stand firm, but somebody completely changing their thought process about something or realizing something, okay? A lot of you could be coming to grips with certain things as well. okay, like accepting things. So we're going to see what's up with that Four of Wands. I really don't want to make too much of this Tower because I don't necessarily feel like it's a bad thing. But yeah, something could just like zap into your mind. This could be downloads from spirit for some of you as well. Like if you're spiritually gifted, if you're open like that, a lot of you could be receiving downloads and even prophecy for some of you. So do with that what you will. Depends on how open you are to those topics. And we have been seeing possible omens as well. So let's see what's going on with that Four of Wands. Let's see what's up with that Four of Wands, please. Thank you. Queen of Wands. Yeah, think it, see it, do it, believe it. We got the Queen of Wands underneath the Four of Wands, feeling real good. This is somebody that's going to feel real good about themselves and more of that fiery energy. And I will say this, with the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, all in the same, like this is a much better energy than we've been seeing for the past few weeks, Taurus. Like there could be some sort of big win victory, like a massive one coming in, like with the Four of Wands, the Queen of Wands, because this is someone that's beautiful, sexy, confident. So like there could, whether it's from this realization, whether it's from omens from spirit, I get somebody that's like feeling A-okay about something. All right. So this could be some sort of huge win victory, like a massive one. That's how I feel. All right. Now for another portion of you, this could just be a fire sign you're connected to, Aries, Leo, Sag. But when I see this type of energy here on the back end, it just spells good to me. All right, it spells good things, wins, victories, overcoming, and triumphs. But this can absolutely still be linked into omens. Like, so for a lot of you, keep those eyes open. That's just what I'm feeling here. And it's been a thread throughout this whole entire reading that you might be much more open to omens in this time. Number signs, synchronicities, things of that sort. So keep your eyes open for those. Like, seriously, because spirit might be trying to guide you in a very specific direction. And we've been seeing it since the very first card in this spread, like that guardian angel type of character. Okay, so let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the Nine of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles in the upright, a card that could represent you. Now, to me, this was a little standoffish. You might be having issues with another earth sign, but a big vibe I was picking up here is like you needing to stand firm. Like someone making a decision, making a choice and sticking by it, refusing to change. And I don't necessarily feel like it's a bad thing. But moving to the center, we got the Four of Cups, we got the Tower. Shocking revelation, shocking realization. Some of you could be receiving downloads and things of that. But I'm catching a lot of dots connecting and somebody actually coming to grips or having that aha moment like, okay, it all makes sense now. Now I get it. But moving to the very back end, we got the Four of Wands with the Queen of Wands. Lots of fire showing up here. Lots of stuff about the inner world as well. But this is some sort of massive win or victory or triumph. That's the only way I could read this. It's absolutely beautiful. For some of you, yeah, it could just be a link to a fire sign. But another thing that I was picking up here is like, please keep the eyes open for the number signs and synchronicities, the powerful omens, because you could be receiving a lot of them. So please take a screenshot of that. I'm going to get you one shadow card here. So let's shuffle it up one time. What do we got here for Taurus, please? The Gods and Spirit team. Very interesting reading this week. That was way different than recent weeks, that's for sure. So, yeah, we're just going to get you one out of the Shadowland Tarot. This is a good deck for doing some shadow work, looking within, right? So let's see what we have. What's in the shadows for Taurus, please? Just real quick so we can wrap this reading up in a nice, neat little bow. Okay, we have the Seven of Swords, that place of darkness, things that go on that might be right out of our sight. This could be a huge warning from Spirit about any sort of deceptive practices, because when I see the Seven of Swords, I think of sneakiness. Like that's my card of thieves and sneakiness, lies. So beware of anything hidden in this time. Spirit might want you to keep everything on the up and up. Don't even be tempted to do anything like in the shadows in this time. That's a huge warning here. But when I see the Seven of Swords in the shadows, this is a card that is comfortable in the shadows. So Spirit might be asking you to really shine a light on what you personally know is your shadow side, okay? Now, not everybody, I mean, you know what your own personal shadows are. There's no judgment here. I don't judge anyone for a damn thing. We all have that dualistic nature. But Spirit might want you to do some personal work on your own shadows that you don't have to let the world know. Just do it with yourself. So Taurus, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the October subscriber surprise. For the October subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the wonderful Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments which tarot card you'd like to see me dressed up as for Halloween this year. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.